Well, our caffeine and taurine on the periodic table of elements, we're about to find out. Let's talk about energy drinks. You probably know Red Bull. You probably know Monster energy drinks. These drinks are fueled with caffeine with the hopes of keeping people awake and energized throughout the day. What does one of them say? It gives you wings, right? That's the slogan of one of these beverages. Now, there is a new caffeinated drink on the shelves. It is taking the world by storm. It's backed by YouTubers Logan Paul and KSI. It has gotten a lot of attention because of that. These Prime energy drinks. Now in the U.S., south of the border, the FDA is looking into the product as it believes the drink has too much caffeine in it. And just yesterday afternoon, we found out that Health Canada has similar concerns, and it has ordered that the drinks be recalled. It's being sold in stores. We just told you a few moments ago about how Maxime Cadot just went to every single store in the city until he found 4 cans of Prime energy drink so that we could try it. It's supposed to be off the shelves. Why? It has 200 milligrams of caffeine. That is apparently 20 milligrams over the limit. Let's go now to Dr. Joe Schwarcz, the host of the Dr. Joe Show on CJAD 800, Sundays at 3 p.m. Dr. Joe, I'm slightly more caffeinated right now. I've had maybe, I don't know, a quarter of this can of energy drink, and it's probably just a mental thing, but I feel like it's having an effect. Welcome to the show.
Hey, yes, just to start off by clarifying something, neither caffeine or taurine will be in the periodic table because they are not elements.
Very true.
But they are very interesting compounds, and maybe you shouldn't have consumed that, not because it's doing you any harm, because it may cut into some profits that you could have. Believe it or not, in Britain, I've just seen an ad where they're selling 6 bottles of this stuff for £400.
What?
Unbelievable.
What?
Because it's in such short supply, mostly teenage boys are just grabbing it. And it turns out that when they fill it with water, after they have consumed the beverage, they fill it with water, then they are held in very high regard by their classmates as people who have managed to get their hands on this. It's an incredible story, actually. And I got to tell you, I never heard of Prime Energy or Prime Sports Drink or of Logan Paul or KSI, the British rapper who are promoting this until 2 days ago. And that, of course, is when Chuck Schumer, the senator from California, or the congressman from California, said that FDA should reevaluate these beverages because of the high caffeine content. And then, of course, as you mentioned, Canada came out with the notion that they're 20 milligrams caffeine more than what Canada would like to see in there. Now, just to put it into perspective, I mean, 200 milligrams of caffeine at one shot is more than what people usually get, but it's not an unbelievable high amount. I mean, you would get that in 4 cups of coffee, and lots of people drink 4 cups of coffee a day. Or Red Bull. Red Bull has roughly the equivalent of a cup of coffee. So this is sort of twice as much.
Yeah.
But, it's not a lethal dose by any means. But there is a concern, especially in young people, because caffeine, especially when it is ingested in one large dose such as this, it's not sipped over time like coffee would be. It's guzzled. And that can lead to high blood pressure. It can even lead to rapid heartbeat, sometimes irregular heartbeats. And it can, in some cases, cause anxiety. So there are these downsides, and of course, most doctors say that no one under the age of 18 should be consuming that kind of dose of caffeine. And the Prime beverage actually says that on the label too, that it's not for pregnant women, it's not for people under the age of 18. And these two guys, Logan Paul and KSI, incidentally, KSI stands for Knowledge, Strength, and Integrity.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I trust him now.
Yeah, I don't know how much knowledge he has. He does seem to have strength because he's a boxer, and he actually boxed with Logan Paul, the other partner in this scheme. And I don't really know about the integrity. He's been accused of sexual harassment. But anyway, these two have a combined following of 40 million people, a large percentage apparently teenage boys. That's a stunning number. Now, why should these two guys, who are rappers, actors, Logan Paul is actually a wrestler for WWE, why should these be influencers in anything that has to do with science? And, of course, they are marketing their sports drinks, which incidentally don't have the caffeine, and also the Prime Energy drink. Why should anyone, go by their advice? Why are these people influencers in areas that they know nothing about? And that's what irks me.
And I guess it's because marketing and branding really work, and advertising works. And I just need to tell you this, Dr. Joe, when you mentioned the price that this is being sold for, producer of this program, Max, left the control room. He ran out. He's going to the store to clean them out so he can make a profit.
Hang on to them. Anyway, when you go to the website of Prime, the beverage, there's a rationale there, and this is what it says. We created Prime to showcase what happens when rivals come together as brothers and business partners to fill the void where great taste meets function. Sounds good.
It does.
I would say that rivals also come together to make money, which in this case, I think seems to be the case. There's a lot of money that is being made. Now, there's nothing new about energy drinks. I mean, Red Bull has been around a long time. It also has taurine and theanine and glucuronidaltolactone, which is the same stuff that there is in Prime. So what does Prime have? Being influenced, by Logan Paul and this guy, KSI. And it's a very interesting commentary on our times when someone who's become popular on social media, and I really don't know why. I mean, I haven't looked at any of their stuff. But for, being a rapper or being a wrestler or, getting involved in all kinds of controversies, and somehow they are being looked upon as heroes, especially in this case by teenage boys.
Well, that's it. You're not a teenage boy, Dr. Joe. That explains it. You're not in the target demo.
Yes, and I haven't been for several years.
Yeah.
So you actually tried it, you say?
We've all taken a swig or two here, various levels of drinking this can. But I want to ask you, Dr. Joe, from the caffeine, and I think you've presented the case here on caffeine, I do want to talk about that other ingredient, taurine, because I have seen, various studies in animals that say that it can actually extend life. What do we know about that, and what you get in a can?
These are interesting studies, and I actually did a video on this a couple of weeks ago because of the study that came out. And yes, there is some tantalizing information about taurine because it has extended the life of rats. But as I often say, the human is not a giant rat, with some exceptions. So we cannot extrapolate directly from rats. But also the amount of taurine that the animals were fed was way, way more than what you would find in any sort of beverage.
Gotcha.
So if there is going to be any sort of benefit from taurine, and that, of course, has to be corroborated by other studies, it will be in the form of supplements, not in the amount that is present in these energy drinks.
Dr. Joe, I got to wrap up here, but just quickly, in your opinion, should a drink like this Prime drink, should it be removed from the market?
Well, I mean, that is a bit of a philosophical question because, so you have one drink which has 200 milligrams of caffeine, but you could drink 2 Red Bulls, which have the same thing. I think it's important to bring attention to the topic because I think for teenagers, 200 milligrams in one swell swoop is probably too much. And I would not oppose removing these things from the market, because I would not oppose removing any of these kind of beverages from the market. I'm in favor of drinking water when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these are necessary. But I think with the proper information, that is enough. I don't think one has to be, bludgeoning this beverage. But how many bottles do you have?
We had 4 cans of the beverage for the 4 of us here. Myself, Jay, Max, and Tom have all had a little swig of it, and none of us is going to finish the can, I think.
Well, of course, having a little swig is not enough caffeine to do anything. You'd have to drink the whole thing. But unfortunately, you've opened all of them.
I know, we can't sell them.
And therefore,
Dr. Joe, thanks so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure having conversations like this with you.
Thanks, Elias.
That's Dr. Joe Schwarcz, the director of the Mcgill Office for Science and Society. Just want to point out, questions on the text line here. Prime, they make 2 types of products. They make a hydration drink that's akin to like Gatorade, and then the drink we're talking about, that's their energy drink, which is similar to the Red Bulls of the world. Okay, we'll leave it there.